Hopefully, oh, SpaghettiOs. Huh, I guess my computer's gonna have to reboot. This is fine. This is totally, wonderfully fine. Reboot. Abracadabra. Why is it taking so long to reboot? This is not what I was expecting, but that's fine. We're just gonna hang out for a minute and then we'll get some music going on here so we can chill, relax, and hang out. My chair. Stretch out my back. Well, I look a little crazy today. My hair's got like a little out of control. Stop doing that hair. Oh my God. Yeah, weird crybaby curl going on. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Just Chatting Coffee Talk, as I like to call it. Coffee Talk. It's wonderful. You can sit back and relax and have a wonderful time and talk to everybody. It's super fun. It's wonderful. We get to talk about video games. We get to talk about Ghostbusters, whatever you want to talk about. JR says bye. See ya. So long, JR. Oh, maybe my computer ran out of battery. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. It's rebooting right now. So it's super fine. We just hang out and have a good time. It's wonderful. Until JR says bye. Then he's just out. He just leaves. Typical JR. Just leaving. All right. Let the Discord know that I'm live. Touch ID. Boot up. Oh, no, I need... There we go. Get some YouTube. OBS link. Nope. I don't know what that was. What's going on? So we got one person here right now. We're going to load up. I don't want to mirror. I don't know why it automatically does that. It's kind of annoying. All right, here we go. Discord. Let everybody know on the Discord that we've got a little stream going, which is always fun. Then we can talk about it. Announcements at everyone. Live for a few on YouTube. Now we can go back over to YouTube. Amir, what's going on? That's a cool collection. Thank you so much. It's taken a while to build. I mostly collect retro Nintendo stuff. I do have some other systems in the background, as you can clearly see, but big Nintendo fan. Darius. Bombardillo, Crocodilo versus Tarantulia. Who win? I like the sound of Crocodilio. Nice, very cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Go back to some Tokyo Midnight. That was always good. Just chilling and having a good time. So, 10 viewers right now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for hitting that like button on there. It does, I guess, get me out there to more people on this. If you're just joining in, my name's Maddie. I am a retro video gamer, and I'm just saying hi to a lot of new people that have joined into my channel. We've got an influx of subscribers over the last week, which has been super awesome. I just had a video go out. One of my followers, Chase, asked me to shout out his video. He makes little movies on his own with his dad, so I did a shout out video for him. You can watch the trailer. It's posted on my channel. It's also over on his, so you can link to him over on there. It's Chase's Films. So that was like super awesome that he asked me that, and his dad asked me to give him a little shout out. So we did that, which was a lot of fun. New videos are going to be coming this week. I'm going to be working on a Super Mario 3 video that I think you guys will enjoy. That gives a little backstory and history onto what was going on with Super Mario Brothers 3 back in the day. Later on in the week, I'm going to start filming a Arcade 1-Up video that I think you guys would enjoy as well. But aside from that, we're here to chat and hang out and have a good time. I hope you guys are having a great time today. It is Monday where I'm at. Can I show you your collection in a moment? Just hanging out for right now, but what are you looking to see? Exactly. I got some stuff. Not that much, but some stuff. I know people that have a lot more than me. You want to see some Game Gear games? I got some columns from Game Gear. I've got some Game Boy SPs. What you want, man? What you looking for? Levin, hello, how are you doing? Is that all my books? Well, not really books, but you can consider them cartridges, tapes, video games, from back in the day. 21 viewers right now. Hello, everybody. What's going on? Thank you so much for joining in. Yeah. Angie, hello. How are you doing? Hello, everyone. 21 viewers right now. Wow, I think that might be the most I've had on a live stream on YouTube so far. Do I have X-Plane? No, I don't. Amy, hello. How are you? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. 4 likes on the live. Thank you all so much for those likes. It does help me get out there to more people. I thought there were books. I thought you were a person who learns motivational books guy. No, motivational video games. Zation, what's going on? How are you doing? Michelle Moore, 2 big boxes on the top of the shelves. Are they Nintendo systems? Actually, they are Lego sets. That is the Nintendo Super Mario Brothers Lego set that came out a couple years ago. And off to the right is the Ecto 1 Lego. Oh my gosh. Hitch Slap, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well as well. That's a lot of wells. How are you getting on with Echoes of Wisdom? I have the final battle to do, and I just don't want to do it to finish the game. We just finished the Goron levels, so we cleared out that area. I think there's like about 4 more areas to do. Not exactly sure, but it's been a lot of fun. I get what you mean about like not wanting to finish that game. It's one of those ones that is special, so getting to go through it and then, you know, suddenly finish the game, it is bittersweet. Peanut Butter, what's going on? How are you doing? Cubby, happy Monday. Abyssal Anomaly. This is the type of room I would have. Awesome. Those are so complicated to build. Yes, they are a little tricky, the Nintendo one especially. The parts in that were a little tricky to do. It's only half built. I think you can kind of see it over in the corner there. It's right below the Ghostbusters sign. We've been working on that one. The free time is rare these days, so like it's been on hold for a little bit, but I have it up there. I just need to dust it off probably. I think I'm going to be doing like a video too of like, you know, just general caretaking for like your stuff when you do have it on a shelf, like dusting and stuff like that. Simbo, t-shirt is on the way. Awesome. That's great. If you guys are wondering, I do have merch for my channel too, Matty Nui. You can find the merch page in the link tree on my bio for my channel. We've got t-shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got coffee mugs. I can't even build a taller version of Legos. Oh, stop. You definitely could. Mullet looking devious, thank you so much. It's coming in fine. This has been like a long time ago in the mullet. Like I finally just got it to like the length that I wanted to, and I got to go back and get it like cleaned up a little bit though, because I've only just been growing out the back now, and it's taken like months because I have curly hair. So I finally reached true mullet status, I think, and now it's time to like make it look extra good. Oh my gosh. I told my barber I want a mullet and he shaved my head. What? Time to get a new barber. Not sponsored by Polar Seltzer, but Polar Seltzer is absolutely delicious. This week I am drinking strawberry watermelon. Once again, not sponsored by Polar Seltzer, but Polar Seltzer, just so you know. 8-Bit Fits, what's going on? How are you doing, bud? He said that's what you get for $15. Definitely try to find a new barber. That's terrible. Joshua, oh, the haircut out of 30s. Really nice. Thank you so much. 12 viewers right now, 8 likes on the live, gang. Thank you all so much. Once you start losing hair on the top and doing the comb over, it's time to lose the mullet. Maybe, or else I'll have to grow the mullet so it just like goes over like that. I'm doing good. Finally getting kind of squared away here on YouTube, Fitz. So I kind of have a balance now. So I'm getting a couple small videos out, you know, like 2 videos a week. And then I'm trying to stream when I get the free time for it. So getting to chat with everybody that's new to the channel has been a lot of fun. That's why I like doing these. My 9-year-old cousin has the 80s, 90s baseball player mullet and even wears the shades like they did. The Oakleys? Or was it Oakleys or was it Ray-Bans then? What a good day for you. Thank you. I have to go to work later, so it's not the best, but I got a few minutes. I think it was Oakley's. Yeah, it had to have been like the old school Oakley's. Oh my goodness. It's crazy that all that stuff's coming back right now too. Like, as for mullets, like, it's kind of like a modded mullet now. Like, they have, I forgot what the exact name is it, but it's definitely cleaned up a lot more than the original mullets. N64 console and controller are the GOAT. Cubby, you starting trouble? The rainbow reflection on the lens. Yes. Yes, that 90s reflection. Everybody had those sunglasses. Everybody had those sunglasses. That was something. Come here, Sush. Come on. I know you want to come up and get your camera time too. Come here. Where are you going? My cat is definitely a ham and wants to be in the camera. There she goes. Yeah, he is. The Xbox 360 controller is the GOAT. I was born after 2000. You know, I'm Tyra Millennial. What's going on? How are you doing? 10 viewers here now. That's awesome. Welcome, everyone. Sushi. Yep. Atomic Cowboy. What's going on? How are you doing? Prab. Xbox 360 controller is possibly one of my favorite controllers, too. I really liked that controller back when I had my Xbox 360 and played the heck out of it. All the games on that one. It just felt like super intuitive, and I think Xbox really nailed it down after their first controller for the original Xbox. The original Xbox controller is way clunkier, and like they really streamlined it with the 360. I have every iPhone, Xbox, and PlayStation. Really? I wanted to join FaZe when I was 8. I vaguely even remember that phase. That was after I was paying attention to stuff. You're talking like somebody that wanted to like call the Nintendo hotline, but their parents wouldn't let them, so I need to know how to beat this level. You're a collector, Atomic Cowboy? That's awesome. What do you collect usually? Mostly, I mean. It's wild how styles are coming back. I was on Goodwill online and found the craziest console. I wish I did more research. My hubby was into games and he didn't recognize the old console. What was it called? Was it the TurboGrafx? Commodore 64? I want to just start naming ones. ColecoVision? You like to have old stuff? That's cool. 9 viewers right now. We've got 10 likes on the live. Thank you all so much for hitting that like button and tapping the screen too. That does go to get more people to find my channel, apparently. It's great. We had like 25 people here a second ago, which was super awesome. Yeah, there are a few like obscure consoles that are out there. I saw one, I think it was like the Atom system or something like that. That's like somebody was selling on Facebook Marketplace. And like, I'm all for cool retro systems, but like there's those ones that it's like, okay, like what, I'm not really going to play it. I also don't have that much nostalgia for it. So I don't see the purpose of just getting it to like really have it. ColecoVision. Can we all agree that Nintendo 64 controller was better than the N64? If the N64 controller was better than the N64 console, should be the GOAT. You have every Game Boy and Nintendo too? That's awesome. That one might be, it probably is. That was a semi-popular system. It was like Atari and ColecoVision. And ColecoVision, I think, is the one that had the one that was an Angry Video Game Nerd like made fun of because it was B-17 Bomber was the game, and like it had audio, and it was like one of the first systems to ever have like audio. So, but the only thing it said was like B-17 Bomber. It said it like super weird and creepy. Your uncle gave you your Game Boys? That's awesome. Glyber, what's going on? How are you doing? Oh, you're right. Cubby, you're right. That is in television. You are 100% right, Cubby. I'm confusing them. See, that's how there are a bunch of different systems in television, and then there was ColecoVision. You are right. Gosh, shame on me for not having my history correct with the video games. You're as old as the PlayStation 3? Dun, dun. 13 viewers right now. Hi, everyone. Jackson does WWE. What's going on? How are you doing? Vi Corinthians. Atomic Cowboy, I have no idea what that is. Remember getting my Nintendo system, the very first one they ever put out? Society killed the unicorn. That nose gave it away, to be fair. Wow. You're hacking the Wii console? You know, it's so funny. I was on I've been on other platforms for a very long time, and I have not gotten like 130,000 followers on the Clock app, and nobody ever said anything about my nose until and I get on YouTube and people are just talking about it. It's very special. I'm very proud of it. It's mine. Nobody else's. Love the power pad. I had one and my ex-hubby threw it away. Oh my goodness, Michelle. No. The power pad was fun. Your hair looks silly. Thank you. I make it extra silly for you guys. I love doing it like that. Okay, can we all agree that 8-bit is the GOAT with Mega Man games? Yes. Are you familiar with CoComelon? No. I love that game. Don't please tell me you had track and field and not stadium events. Because if stadium events got thrown away, I'm gonna lose my mind right now. Kids love CoComelon. I don't know what that is. That's a cool name though, Society Killed the Unicorn. But North Korea brought it back. Bum, 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 bum. Kids love it. You have every game in the world. Like maybe almost every game in the world. Not every game. Every game in the world, I don't think I have enough room for. I got some of the games in the world. I'm waiting for like somebody to just be like, oh yeah, I had stadium events and then I sold it. Bro. I need your room. $1 million, please. I love the Freddy Krueger game on Nintendo. Yes, Nightmare on Elm Street is a lot of fun. It is one of those games. Nightmare on Elm Street on the NES is one of those games that I feel like gets lumped in sometimes with the hate on LJN games because that's the publisher that created that one. But it's actually a really solid game. That's my dream. I look like Messi. Not the first person to say that. Blue Baron says shalom. Hi. do, 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 do. Bum, bum, bum. 4 viewers here right now. Oh, 8 viewers here. Irvin, good morning. How are you doing? 11 likes on the live. Thank you, guys. This dude looks like every bully from the 70s. Really? That's a cool looking room. Thank you so much. I thought Atomic said you look messy. I probably look messy right now, too. I wouldn't be surprised with that. Oh, thank you for hitting the tap on the screen with those hearts. And if you shave your beard, you're missing. I'm like John Cena then. I'm WWE's John Cena. go check something out real quick. Ba-da-bum-ba-dum. Guys, I can't believe we've already been streaming for 20 minutes. I feel like we just got on here to just start chatting and like it's already gone once again. I feel like that's every time we've been doing a chat lately. The time just goes super fast. Oh, a few people subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. I wish I got alerts on here that somebody like, usually on the other apps that I've been on in the past, like it'll tell you if somebody subscribes during the chat. And I always thought that was super awesome because I would shout that person out and thank them very much for joining in and welcome to the community that we're building here. But unfortunately, that doesn't do that right now. So I only see it kind of like in a third party way, unless somebody announces it. But just so you guys know, welcome to the channel. I had that tiny hand-sized Nintendo video game console that has all the Nintendo games. Oh! I saw your voiceover work. It was pretty funny. Yeah, so Case and his dad reached out to me and they were like, oh, could you shout out this, his channel because he does these videos. I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I can definitely do something like that. And then I watched the movie trailer and I was like, something's a little missing. So I wanted to surprise him with that. And I sent it to him ahead of time and they were super stoked about it. So yeah, if you want to check out the 80s video, the 80s movie trailer, that's the newest video on my shorts right now. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to do and a nice little surprise. You look like Messi the footballer. A lot of people say that. What's this channel about? Retro video gaming. What do I think of the PS5? I have one. It's a lot of fun. I don't have enough time to play it, unfortunately, but it is a fantastic system. I'm very much waiting for Indiana Jones to come out on it. I think that comes out next month. There's an announcement maybe tomorrow for it. But yeah, that's coming to PS5. And I'm definitely going to make time to play Indiana Jones. The Great Circle has got fantastic reviews on Xbox. I've seen a little bit of gameplay on the Xbox for it. Shorty, thank you so much for joining, subscribing. Welcome to the channel. This is all about retro video gaming. We do some new stuff as well on here. I try to stream like 2 to 3 times a week. 2 nights of retro stuff. You call him Indy. Dr. Jones. But yeah, so like, but we talk about like all kinds of stuff. Like we do these chats and we just hang out and have a good time. So it's all good. 13 likes on the live. Thank you all so much for that. But yeah, so what were we talking about? Indiana Jones, PlayStation 5, the Resident Evil 4 remake. It was absolutely fantastic. I had a blast playing that. I played that. I put in so much time so fast on that game. I was taking every free moment I had to like really run through that one and to do all the unlocks for it too, which is something I haven't really done on a new system in a long time. So that was a blast. What other games? There's a few other ones that I picked up. What was the other one? I've got this really obscure game that I'm going to probably stream if I get the chance for it. It's not that long, so I heard it's only a few hours, but it's definitely something worth checking out. Do I have a Game Boy? Yes, I do. Actually, sitting right next to me, I have the SP. Do I own Where's Waldo on NES? Cool Llama. I want to get a copy of Where's Waldo. I haven't found it yet. I've been looking. That's on my list of. Obviously, I'm trying to collect the NES games here. So Hex says that's your dream collection. Oh, awesome. That was a blast. You remember last year? It was mental bootleg. So many things happened. But yeah, getting back to that. Yeah, Where's Waldo? I've seen it a few times, but like the prices for these games is going up. So like people like that are trying to sell it, they're overvaluing them right now. And if you're trying to like order online, especially trying to get a single game and then paying the shipping and everything for that, it's not really that much of a deal, if any. Great setup, bro. Thank you so much. Where is Waldo? Not here right now. Literally, where is he? Joe, you should put up a Moon Patrol poster in the background. Oh, Moon Patrol. That'd be cool. That'd be neat. I've got stuff. Like, so I collect comic books too. I'll flip this over for a second. And like, I've worked my way. Like, I've got posters, movie posters, comic books that I kind of lined up. Hockey masks. I worked my way down over there. The room's kind of a mess right now, so I'm not going to show off too much of that. But we'll get up and we'll check out some of the games for a minute. Because I need to walk around and stretch my back anyway because I'm getting old. Getting old's not fun. But yeah, somebody mentioned, what was somebody just talking about a little while ago? There was, oh gosh, what was that game? Somebody just said something. Before Where's Waldo, we were talking about if I had something. Road Blasters was one that somebody was talking about last night. I do have Road Blasters. This one's a lot of fun too, and I don't feel like enough people talk about it. RoboCop. I want to get the sequels too. I was looking, 2 and 3 are out there. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. We were playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out the other night. You have 2 of Where's Waldo? Nice. So these boxes I've been getting are really cool. They just take a little while to go because it's an Etsy store. They're called Mini Box Gaming. And he makes these really cool mini boxes that just fit the cartridge in it. So it's really good for storing them. Here's another really fun one. Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. Do I have all the Famicom family top loaders, NES Super? So I don't have, I have the NES top loader. I don't have the Famicom systems. I don't really collect those because, I mean, it'd be cool to have Kid Nicky. Kid Nicky's right here. It'd be cool to have, but I just really like playing my original one. I don't want to get games that I have to translate. Kung Fu is awesome. I love Kung Fu. Where did that go? There it is. I think I have the 5-screw somewhere around as well. So there's different variants of the games as well. So with Kung Fu, you have the 3-screw. This one came out a little bit later. And then there's 5-screw games as well. So like Legend of Cage or Kage, depending on who talks about it. Like this is a 5-screw one. And then right over here, down a little bit more, I have the 3-screw as well. So I'm trying to get the variants now too. One of the harder to find variants is you have Super Mario Brothers 3 that everybody knows like this. Look where the Bros is. And then I picked this one up not that long ago. Originally, when Super Mario Brothers 3 first came out, they had the brothers down on the left side. But obviously Nintendo wasn't the biggest fan of the placement of that, so they changed it and put it on the right. So this one's a little bit more rare. What's the most expensive game? Oh, I don't know. Pricing for these games is relative. It's really, at the end of the day, what somebody's willing to pay for it. You know, so like you can think your collection's priceless, or you can go off eBay prices or whatever somebody's willing to pay for a while. But, you know, it is what it is. And the market could change tomorrow. Are you asking like just what is the most expensive game, period? Probably stadium events for the original NES. It's super rare. It wasn't actually supposed to be released, which is why it's super rare because it got recalled. Stadium events became world-class track meet when they launched the Nintendo Pad, which I think I have. It's going to be really funny. I don't think I have world-class. I thought I did. I have it. Actually, I have world-class track meet in the triple cart, which is Mario, Duck Hunt, and world-class track meet. That was one of the packages that came with the Nintendo, where you got like the super set with everything. But I don't have the individual copy of it yet. At least I don't think. It might be somewhere around here. World Games. World Games is a really fun one too. I always love this one. It's ridiculous. It's really an Atari game that was ported. I'm sorry, not Atari game. What is that other system? Not Atari. It is Commodore 64. It was on that. Best memory of Green Run Black Ops 2 Zombies have played. I haven't heard Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops in like a long time. I don't even think I have Black Ops 2. The music in the original Nintendo games is something that I don't think will ever be recaptured again. It's just so special. Like you have certain games like Castlevania and Adventure Island that those little MIDI tunes just live rent free in my head forever. Enter at your own risk. Yep, get back in there. Sometimes you gotta. There you go. Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. They got Super Nintendo, and you have like kind of like Super Nintendo had their cool ones where they did different color carts. So you have Doom, and then the really popular Killer Instinct. Do I have ET? Yes, I do have ET. I feel like you're not a video game collector unless you have ET. The game that was made in 3 months. What's the best Fallout? So I really am an old school gamer at the end of the day. So Fallout for me is like PC Fallout 1 and 2. That was on the PC. That's what I played. I never really got into the newer Fallouts. I understand the lore of Fallout and everything like that, obviously from playing the first 2 games. But yeah, just never, the first person RPG element never really kind of caught me. So not something that like I ever really went back to. I have my Atari games sitting over here too. Draconify Emperor, what's going on? Do I play Xbox One? No. Not really. I never got the Xbox One. My brother has it. We have one at work that everybody, one of my coworkers brought in, so like people play some Call of Duty on it every once in a while. But Fallout 2 in New Vegas, you always liked. Nice. These are really cool too. This is why I really like the mini boxes also for the Nintendo 64 games, because it's like you get to capture the essence of those boxes and they protect it really well. What's my favorite Virtual Boy game? Tennis. It's crazy because there was only like, 4 games that really came out for that one? Maybe 8, I think, total. But yeah, so there wasn't that many. Yeah, Virtual Boy. I almost had the chance to get a Virtual Boy, but I lost out on that, so that was kind of a bummer. It was sold out from under me, but it is what it is. Like, I don't think I would like. That's another one where it's like at this point in my game collecting, it's like, do I want it and am I going to play it? Like, I'm big on, am I going to play the game? Oops, wrong camera. Oop. I just saw my junk. This room has to get cleaned big time. I flipped the camera the wrong way. Okay, so how many NES games do you have? I think last I checked, I was getting close to 400, and then there's like 800 NES games out there. So there's still quite a few to collect. But I was in the 360 range last I did count. So I have to go through. I did get some more games after obviously after I counted last. So I have to go back and kind of check that out and see what's what. Just plug this in so the phone doesn't die. Okay. But yeah, there's a bunch. It's crazy too that like these consoles, I think the Switch is the one now that has the most games ever. The Switch has like thousands or something crazy like that, which is kind of funny too, because like a lot of it's like those shovelware games where it's like, I don't know, Paw Patrol 4 or something like that, that nobody's ever really going to play except for a little kid. That being said, obviously back in the day, they didn't have, they had versions of that too. Like there's like at least, I think there's 6 Sesame Street games. Have I ever 100% in Mario 64? Love playing as a kid. You have the Game and Watches. I have a couple of Game and Watches. Did I 100% Mario 64? 120 stars, right? Yeah, and you find Yoshi on the top. Pretty sure I did that. That game was played a lot. That one and Zelda Ocarina of Time was burning through my Nintendo 64. Game that I really like on the Nintendo 64 that didn't get enough love originally because it was kind of unfinished was Castlevania 64. I'm a big Castlevania fan too, and that game, I don't know if they rushed it for some reason. I have to look back on the history of it because I remember reading the Nintendo Power magazines and just wanting that game so bad because I was like, oh, it's going to be 3D. It's super realistic. Obviously, if you go back and look at it, it doesn't look realistic at all now, like graphics wise, because it's just very polygons. But to see that and like anticipate fighting Dracula in a 3D world was just so cool to me. And then the game came out and kind of flopped because a lot of content was cut. I think they were trying to get it out for Christmas that year, and that's what happened, which is the pitfall of a lot of games. They try to, rush it out for the holidays. And it was it was a major title, so they wanted to have that in their lineup. Have I finished Mario 3? Yes. But yeah, and then Castlevania, which the harder to find cartridge now is the Castlevania Legacy of Darkness for the Nintendo 64. That one goes for like, I think 120 to 150 bucks now. So like that one is the one to get because it's a director's cut and they added everything that they had cut back into it. Fire Technical, what's going on? How are you doing? Have you ever owned a Game Gear or the Super Nintendo NES Classics? Yes, I have all of them. Do I have NES glove control? No. Yeah, I actually had my Game Gear. It was actually right back there when we were just looking over at the games. I can't reach it right now, but I had that one. All Game Gears had capacitor issues, so like every single Game Gear in existence, as far as I know now, probably doesn't work and needs to get refurbished. So that's kind of what happened with mine. The capacitors burnt out, so I couldn't see the screen anymore. It would play, you could hear it. And then so my good friend Video Game Restoration, I sent it out to him, and he went and fixed it all up. He actually changed out the screen, so I have a cleaner screen now, better sound. It's runs on a lithium-ion battery that you can charge up, which is super cool. So you don't have to put 6 AA batteries in it every 30 minutes. Yeah, it's super fun. Always wanted that. Yeah, Game Gear definitely, that might be my favorite handheld. There's better games on the Game Boy, but the fact that it didn't have color and the Game Gear really, it's really cool when you look at the Game Gear because that is the Sega Master System handheld. So the Sonic game that you get on that one is the same one that you would have got on the Sega Master System. 16 likes on the live, gang. Thank you so much. Bum, 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 bum. I had a Game Gear, but my parents gave it to my niece, and I never saw it again. Oh no! Never saw it again. They were pretty hardy devices. Like it took a lot to break them. So maybe it's still in existence in a trunk somewhere. You can get it back, Tired Millennial. You wish you could hang out in this room for a day. You're not the first person to say that. Ever owned the last NES and Super Nintendo games? Forgot which ones they were. So I can't remember offhand. I know that I think Yoshi's Island is maybe the last game that came out on the Super Nintendo. If not, then there's probably like an NBA game or something like that, or NHL. Sports games always seem to kind of be on the cusp of the last games that came out for that system, whatever year it was, because they already had those in development. So Yoshi's Island really pushes, the Super Nintendo's graphics. Super Mario RPG was probably around that time too, because that's a really good looking game too. But the last NES game, I believe, is Wario's Woods, and there's a cool thing about that. Where is that? Yeah, let me see if I can get it. So the cool thing about Wario's Woods is it is the only Nintendo game to have a rating on it. So that's what is really neat about that one. This was the last Nintendo game to come out, and that was right when they started doing the rating labels. Oh no! Okay. Never seen it before. Yeah. It's like, and that's what's really cool about the history of all this stuff too. And that's what I'm starting to start focusing the channel on. We're going to do like breakdown videos. They're going to be really fun. And we'll talk about, the variants, like all the different versions that they had of it. Like Nintendo Nintendo was what, 85 to like 94. So there was like a 10-year span pretty much for making games for that system before Super Nintendo really overtook it. And Nintendo was smart because what they started doing is they started repackaging some of the games and created the Classic Series back then. So you guys have probably seen the title Classic Series on GameCube and Game Boy, and probably, gosh, I think it was even on, well, now it's definitely on the Switch because you have all the classic games that they're uploading onto it. But the Classic Series was repackaging games like Zelda, Metroid. They put like a new slab of paint on it. Like, so Metroid originally was in a silver box and it had a silver label. And then they redid it and it was yellow with like a cool yellow artwork of Samus on the front of the cart. So like that's the Classic Series version. Zelda originally came out with a gold cartridge, and then they did the Classic Series for that, which was on a gray cartridge, which was super cool. Best Zelda, the original one. Yeah, the gold Zeldas. Yeah, it was really cool that they made the cartridges all gold at first. I mean, I remember waiting for my birthday to get, because the Ocarina of Time came out on my birthday, and I was super stoked, and I was ready, and I had the gold cartridge. I had it pre-ordered. I was ready to go. John's Life Johnny, there'd be screw changes on board changes throughout the revisions as well. Yes, 100% true too. We were actually just going over the differences on the carts with the screws. So Nintendo started out with 5 screws, then they found a way to like cut down costs, and they had the 3 screw version. Yep, all that cool stuff. And the board size difference is wild too. I think what is it? The Super Mario Brothers game, the original one that came with the Nintendo. There's like 8 different versions of the board for that. It stinks that most gold cartridges crumble now and need reproduction. Yeah, mine's still going strong. A big thing with that, and this is just obviously how time goes, is that when you're talking about like the Nintendo 64 gold cartridges, so unfortunately, a lot of the times like you have to take care of these games and they have to be kept in like a good climate. So if you're like leaving them in your garage for years, or you're leaving them in a place where there's high humidity, or or it's too dry, they're going to get brittle, they're going to break, and you're going to have them falling apart one day. Dr. Gamer Retro, what's going on? How are you doing? What was the first system I had? Nintendo, original NES. So like I heard that they are brittle and like they will like fall apart because of the gold coloring that they used, but at the same time, that's where we're starting to enter into with these games that have reached the 40-year mark, is that the cartridges themselves and the labels, they're going to have to get revised. So at the end of the day, it really is the game, the board and the chips is what's important for that. Like everything else can be restored. Even the board can get restored at some point, but like if you're wiping the chip at that point, or you put in a new chip in, then it's not the original anymore. Seeing patients in office, I'll be back in and out. Nice. I'm not gonna be on for too much longer though. I gotta head off to work too. Work is making me work. Oh no. Fortunate problem here is the ultra high humidity even indoors. Yes. Atari blew your mind as a kid. It did for everybody. I mean, each generation has those moments too. Like if you grew up with Atari when Nintendo came out, that was like, holy cow, like this is crazy what you can do with a Nintendo. Have I ever repaired a cartridge? Yes. I actually just did a video on that, Cool Llama. It didn't actually really need a true repair, but I have worked on stuff before. And I'm learning as I go. This is all a hobby of mine. So like I watch videos, I learn how to solder, like, you know, like you do all those things as you get into it. And that's pretty much how the, I guess, what am I trying to say? How the, not genre, but just how the games are going to survive into the future, because there's going to be people that care for them, that want to keep them working, and will make sure that they learn the essentials in doing that. Xbox 360 repairs are great. Yeah, I won't touch anything that new. NES was the NSX of cars. How would I rate Star Fox 2? It was fun. I played it. It's a good sequel. Nothing beats the first game though. Nothing beats the 64 version in my opinion. That version's great. Yeah, Xbox got the red ring. Mine finally got that a while ago. Yeah, like maybe one day when I have a lot of free time, I'll try to tackle like fixing the red ring on my Xbox. But when it comes to like video games, the older the better for me. And it's a good way to start learning too. Yo, I'm mid-Fortnite game right now. Word. I do. I love the Wii for an emulation platform. Emulation sadly may be the best hope for past a certain time. I think, so the tricky thing with emulation is that that can get wiped out too, right? So like there has to be like a database, you know, and you have to have it protected, because you can get like a bad version of the game too, and it'll be like crap. But I like emulation and I don't at the same time. I think the original hardware is where it's at for me. But I understand that like for preserving it, like downloading it onto a computer and saving it that way is... Yeah, mics for the podcast. That's awesome. Nice. All right, guys. It is actually time for me to, unfortunately, start getting ready for my true job. I wish this was my real job, because this would be a lot of fun. I could do this all the time. But I got to get ready to go. I want to thank everybody so much for coming in, just chatting for a little while. We got 16 likes on the live. We had over 20 people here at one point, which was super fun. But check out the videos on the channel. Once again, I did a shout out video for somebody who was starting out their own filmmaking channel. It's the latest short video that I have out there. So if you can check them out, maybe give them a subscription, that'd be awesome. What else? New videos will be later this week. We'll do the part 3 finally of the mystery game that I've been working on. You know what Rambo game is? Who knows? Probably won't be anything. It'd be cool if Rambo was in it. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.